Hello gamers, Pet here. Welcome to a first look at an early access game called Pinball Wicked, with the pinball table called Black Flaggers. I am a little bit annoyed right now because I've been keeping trying, changing the settings of the recording of the video so you can see the video in 60 frames per second, but it doesn't want to do it. Whenever I set up the recording to 60 frames per second, the video itself lags out as shit and you can't really see anything. And the main thing is that the whole game, like the sound of the ball moving on the field, is so nice. And I'm playing the game at more than 100 frames per second. It moves fluidly and it's very beautiful to see the ball moving around, and you won't be able to see that in a 30 frames per second video, so that's why I'm a little bit annoyed. But anyway, I do want to make this short video to showcase you this game. Again, it's an early access game and I do plan to come in later to do a proper review and a proper guide. But until then, I'm just going to, I don't know, make this video where I just show the game to you. The main thing here to notice, the game was something like 16-17 euros, but right now they reduced the price to 8, and right now it's Steam summer sale, it's around 6 euros. But they also made the DLC for the supporting of the game in case you want to support the game for the extra 18. So that's a good thing because the price point was also a little bit high for me. Like looking at 17 euros per game was like, yeah, I do like people, I do like things a lot, but and I also don't like to really talk about price, because price is very subjective. But still, just to keep this in mind, that in case you saw this game before, the price got down, and that's a good thing. So option wise, the graphics are pretty high in this game. The whole engine looks really good. You also have this style of pure and action, where, for example, there is a mode where you are going to fight some pirates, and on the action mode you are actually going to see some 3D characters on the field that you are going to shoot. But on the pure action, you are not going to do that. The pinball table itself is going to try to replicate a real life pinball table, but after all, let's face it, it's still a digital pinball and there are still digital things going on. But this thing of setting up the table to pure, it's really great. So again, the game itself is called Pinball Wicked, but this first table is called Black Flaggers. And from what I saw, they are kind of planning on releasing multiple tables in the future, but this is the first one, and they've been working on this game for, I don't know, about 2 years, I believe. It was greenlit, if I remember correctly. So the game is being improved a lot, and right now I kind of like this balance of realism when it comes to the physics, a realism that you can see, for example, in Pinball Arcade, but also somehow in a digital world where things happen digitally, something that it won't be possible in real life pinball tables, right? They found a good mixture. So for example, in Pinball FX, the ball has much higher, let's say, how to put it, gravity, so it's much easier to control the ball. Here the ball is still very floating around, and you will see it once I start this whole thing. But I think it's a good balance, and you will see the tricks that I can do with the flippers. So the skill shot, surprisingly, it's not flashing. I'm not sure exactly why, because maybe I sit up for too long, but usually the R from the top is flashing, and that's the spot where I need to put in the ball. And if I do this is kind of well, nah, I missed it, but it doesn't matter. So you can do, you see, I'm going to focus a little bit on the physics of the ball. There is also like a knob right in the middle of the drain, so sometimes the ball is really coming through the middle. You will be able to let the ball drop and it will pop up of that needle. But you see, I really like how the ball behaves. Now, one thing to note is that I've been playing this game for about 4 hours. Well, not today, during the past 2 weeks or so, and I still don't totally know the rules. Usually with some pinball tables, you play them and you see that if you do that, this happens, if you do that, this happens. here, not so much, but I'm not blaming it on the game. It's just a feeling that I've been having. And truth be told, I haven't really. You can go here at help, and if you go to the instruction cards, you will be able to read the instructions. Right? I've been kind of skipped it. I don't want to read it yet. I just want to see what I can catch and discover things myself. So it's my fault for not catching this up, but it's just something that I wanted to note, that some tables are doing like a good job to tell you whenever something happens or whatever you should do overall. Here I'm not really sure exactly what to do. It's a combination of you visiting, you getting loot, you getting pirates and so on, and you will see that every time the game ends you will see like the stats that you accomplished this game. And this is something that you can actually get the ball out, which is something that's illegal, and in some games you can't really do it. Here you can do it pretty often, so I'm not sure exactly what they are going to do with that, because you will be able to I missed the skill shot. You will be able to it looks nice catch, so you can do tricks with the ball. You can't really pass the ball from one flipper to another in an easy way, just maybe like this. So that's also something that works out. Let's try to. If you hit it there, you'll be able to lock the ball, and when you lock the ball, when you lock 3 balls, it's going to start the multi-ball. So that's something that I picked up. Also, if you hit the bell, not there, but I started a mode right now. So for example, I have no idea what mode I started. I get another ball, not sure why. It says something, capture the merchant, I guess, and some things are flashing, which is good, and whenever it's flashing you should hit the flash lines. But again, I'm not really sure exactly why, and maybe it's the table. It's not really telling me too well exactly what I started and what I should do, and maybe why, even that the table shouldn't tell you everything. That's the bell, and if you spell out bell, you will light up the parry, the flanks, so you don't drain the ball there, or the ball saver. Let's try to catch the ball again. That mode is still going on. Okay, and I think I've completed a mode, but again, I'm totally confused right now on what happened. And yeah. So I locked the ball. Oh, and also something that I want to show you is the multiple camera modes. So let's try to do it. This is one mode where you kind of ignore. I guess this is good when you are putting everything on vertical and stuff like that. Today you have me talking about cabinet support. 8 camera 1. Let's play a little bit like this, even that I don't like playing like this. So you see, I really like the physics in this game. I mean, I've seen some reviews. Again, the game is in early access, so maybe that review was legit, but the guy was complaining about the bad physics of the table. I don't know, I was hoping it was going to go right to the middle, so it was going to jump back. But you see, the lighting in the game is really, really great, and they have improved the performance a lot. Reload! Let's see if I don't like that view. The camera is too jittering. So yeah, what else did I discover? If you see something that's purple, don't shoot purple, because purple is bad. Like sometimes there is a mode when you are fighting something, and if you hit the purple lanes, you are going to take damage and you're going to fail that mode. That's something that I've learned. Also, another thing that I want to note, let's try to hit the orbit. And you will see that when the ball comes like this, well, never mind. That red thing on the left line is right now on up, so that's why the ball didn't flew in correctly. But the thing is that if the ball is going from the right to the left orbit, the ball is not going to arrive on your left flipper, it's going to also arrive on the right flipper, like it did now, which is a little bit confusing, and it took me a little bit of time to...
The booty bash.
Okay, I'm starting something, I'm not sure exactly why. What? The booty bash, okay, so I guess I have to hit those lanes. Let's try to hit those lanes. No, those lanes, but still. That lane, I saw a combo. Let's try to lock the ball, beautiful. I think that mode is still going on. Whenever the ball goes there, it will always go on the M. Well, not always, but a high percentage it will go on the M. Okay, so let's try to start the multi-ball since I only have to do one more lock. Okay, let's do the bell. Okay, so I ball lost, and you will now see the end screen because I don't think I have an extra ball. So that was the score that happened, and whenever the game is ending, you will see this: the total gold ransacked, the blood spilled, adventures, sea miles sailed, treasure, and pirate battles. So okay, and I'm a little bit like, when are those things happen? You know, I guess that adventures are the modes that you start. And again, as I've said, there are modes where you are kind of like visiting different ports, and that's how you get more gold. So the rules are maybe a little bit deep and so on, but as I've said, I intentionally haven't read the help too much because I want to see how many things I catch. So let's do the skill shot, which is around there. You can change it. You can change the skill shot one. So it's pretty easy to land the screenshot, the skill shot. I'm not sure if they are going to leave it like that. Another thing that I like is that this is not a high score table. Like, I'm not saying that you are not going to do scoring, you know, like get points, but you don't get a lot of points. Like the skill shot was 5,000 points the first time you do it. So it wasn't like 5 million points and you get those really, really high numbers. Because, and if I go to the high scores, you see that this is kind of the average that I've done, and I had the game yesterday that was over 1 million and something, and that was pretty great. And if you go to the leaderboards, which I can't do that right now because I'm in a game, let's just restart the game for the fun of it. If I go on the leaderboards, you will see that those are kind of the scores that are happening right now, and my score is on the 18 right now. I'm in the top 20, I guess. That's good. And you can also change it. You can change the game to 5-ball. If you go to options, I believe, and you have games, graphics, lighting, and operator, and here you can set up a lot of things. So yeah, you can see that on the Mutiny, pop-up pirate if you are playing on the action, but if it's on pure, it's just the bobbleheads, which are similar to the bobbleheads on Medieval Madness. They just pop out of... I missed the skill shot. So let's play the game some more so you get a better idea with the flow. Like in the past, I have videos on Pinball FX, I have a guide on Pinball Arcade, and people have suggested to just, you know, play the game and talk like this and not edit the video so much because people want to see the flow of the table, and that's actually kind of right. It's very important of a pinball table to see the flow and see how much fun you can have, see how the ball goes and how much you know, the gameplay is being fragmented. Let's try to lock it. Nice. That's your multiplayer for the bonus. Maximum is 10x, and it's not that hard to do. That's very risky because I've lost balls there. You see, the ball went on the right flipper, so you have to be careful with that. But that's something that you are going to pick up. Okay. I guess that activating bell is something that you would like to do. Also something that's great, the ball, you can drain the ball, but a lot of the times I drain the ball because of me. So you see the purple things? I shouldn't hit the purple, that purple thing. Again, I have no idea what's going on. Ball too locked, and I think that was a bug because there was a ball locked already, and right now I've locked another one and it didn't add it up. Okay, that was a combo. That's another place where I supposed to shoot it. Yeah, almost. Oop, that was very risky. You see, that's something that is not allowed to do once the ball goes down. I mean, I think it's one of the rules of pinball. If the ball is gone there, it's gone. So yeah, I have no idea what mode I started. I'm just trying to hit the lanes. It's very quiet now and I like it. The music is good, but I lowered it a lot because it gets a little bit too... It gets a little bit too annoying, as in it's, you know, the pirate team that's not making things chill for me. It's making things a little bit more alert, which, you know, in a way it's fine, but just preference-wise. I think you can hear it in the background. You caught the breeze and escaped. Okay, a mode has ended and I got 4 bags of gold. There is still a mode running where I'm trying to escape or something. Pirate Hunter.
Pirate Hunter is
We'll take the reef route. Okay. And the ball is gone.
Try again, Captain.
Better than, yeah, it was a mode which I wasn't familiar with it. So yeah, I'm still going to
Fire in the hole!
play, but this is kind of like what I wanted to talk about. Let's start this mode. Okay, but in the past I knew exactly it is a timed mode. I have to catch. I have to not lose the ball. I have to catch. I have a limited amount of time, and I have to catch the pirate that's running. And I'm not sure exactly how to catch it because I'm not sure exactly where to shoot everything. You see, things are flashing, and I'm not sure where should I shoot to catch him. But I remember in an older version, I knew exactly where to shoot him to catch him. So I have like 10 more seconds, and I have no idea how can I complete the mode. And the mode that I'm talking about is the Dead Man's Chest. So you unlock to open the chest by spelling chest. Enter the chest will let you open the lid. Yeah, go that the award score begins to count down. Stopping the dead man, currently hitting the lit lane ramp orbit loop, will avoid the score goal that's left. Yeah, I know. But what's the currently hit? You know, what's the currently lit lane? So yeah, what's lit right now? Everything is lit. I cannot see any kind of white stuff or anything, so it might be a bug, but because in the past I knew exactly what lane to lit and I knew how to complete it. So yeah, I don't know. See, you have to be very careful when the ball is coming from the left orbit. Yeah. Thought they have to do something about that. It's really not cool to do it. Because people can really exploit this and really get high scores. And once a ball goes there, it should be out. I know that I said that usually the ball goes on the M, like it's going to do now, but sometimes it's happening to go on the other. Let's lock it. Well, not there, but still. I really like the sound effects overall. My only problem is a little bit with the music because no, it's pirate theme and it's a little bit,
Noise.
but it's totally subjective.
You battle pirate captain.
Okay, so I have to hit the lead lanes. And I believe during this mode, if you hit all of them, I kept hearing jackpot, jackpot. I'm not sure. Let's try to do it. Victory, you ransack the ship. Okay.
Jackpot!
Okay, jackpot.
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 Jackpot!
Jackpot.
Lindsay, Act 2.
Jackpot!
Jackpot. I like when jackpot. When I hear jackpot.
Jackpot!
Booty bashes.
Hidden Cove, 1000. I think that mode ended. I can't see any flashing lanes, but I still got 2 balls. Well, only 1 ball now. Okay, so let's see what where. Oh, okay, the left parry. Can you see the cursor? Well, actually, I can't really activate the cursor. Never mind. I wanted to show some stuff with the cursor. The left, the right parry is. It was active. Now it's not active anymore. Weird. Come on. So even that is timed, which means that I will have to constantly shoot for the bell, which sucks ass. And now things are very noisy because a lot of things are going on. And yeah, I should not hit the purple things. And I just did.
You caught up with the merchant.
You caught up with the merchant. Okay. It's something. It's timed. I have no idea that it's timed. Actually, I had to look. So again, I think they could work a little bit more on the audio feedback or something. I mean, some things are fine, I guess. But look, I've been playing the game for like 4 hours and I still don't know exactly what are the rules and where should I do what and what. And I had no problems with other pinball tables in the past where you, after like 4 hours, you know exactly some strategies where you do and why you are doing that, right? Without actually reading.
Ha! You captured the merchant.
Okay, ball lost. So, this is Pinball Wicked, first table Black Flaggers. It's a table, I know that I can shoot again, but I won't. It's a table that I really love the engine. I really love how the game is looking and I really love the physics. And I do hope that they are going to be successful, so they are going to release more pinball tables. Because right now we only have Pinball Arcade, which just lost the license to Williams table, and they are out of good tables there. We have Pinball FX, which is the physics are different there. They are great, but they released a lot of superheroes tables, a lot of licensed tables, and I do want originality. That's something that I always like. And yeah, they do release original tables, but still, I want more, right? More to choose from. And yeah, there are kind of some other games also, but like a 2D pinball game, but whatever. Like, but this is something that I really like. This combination of going for realism in a digital environment. You are going to take advantage of both worlds, of the realism and of the digital, where you can do stuff that a ball cannot be. You know, like you teleport the ball, you dissolve a ball or something like that, right? And there is also the remaster of Pro Pinball Time Shock, which also looks very, very good. But somehow I have it, but I can't get myself to play it. Maybe because it's trying to mimic too much a real life pinball table. I don't know. That's a chat for another time. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope this video was useful to you. Again, the game is in early access. I will do a proper review and a guide later when the game comes out, which should be soon, I guess. So thanks for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.